The Texas National Guard is deploying to other parts of the country to address what President Trump says is out-of-control crime. Governor Abbott shared this photo of soldiers with riot shields boarding military planes this evening. The governor says he has authorized their deployment to Oregon and Illinois. Leaders in Illinois are suing to stop the deployment to Chicago, and a Trump-appointed judge has already blocked any deployments to Oregon. Fox 4's Vanya Castillo in our newsroom now with more. Vanya.
Yeah, well, as both sides make their legal arguments in court, the state of Texas is moving forward with a plan to send National Guard troops to Illinois.
It's a burning hellhole, and then you have a judge that lost her way that tries to pretend that, like, there's no problem.
Hours after a Trump-appointed federal judge blocked the president's plan to send National Guard troops to Oregon a second time, President Trump defended the decision to send troops to Illinois. Governor Abbott authorized the Texas National Guard to deploy to both states.
Governor Abbott should stay the hell out of Illinois' business.
Governor Abbott says 400 Texas troops will be deployed to the states to protect federal officials. An Abbott spokesperson tells Fox 4 if the liberal governments in Illinois and Chicago were protecting people and property and upholding law and order, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Illinois officials filed suit Monday asking a judge to block the deployment.
The American people, regardless of where they reside, should not live under the threat of occupation by the United States military, particularly for the reason that their city or state leadership has fallen out of the president's political favor.
Now, the president is suggesting he could take a stronger approach if courts continue to block deployments of troops to cities nationwide. He suggested he could invoke the Insurrection Act, which would allow the president to deploy the United States military or federalize state National Guard troops if he believes there is an insurrection against the United States.
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far, it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that.
Southern Methodist University political science professor Cal Jilson chiming in on the likelihood of the president being able to invoke the Insurrection Act.
It's very difficult to define what's happening in Chicago and Portland as an insurrection against the federal government. It just isn't.
He expects this will go all the way up to the Supreme Court.
But there's a lot of resistance to President Trump's using the National Guard, let alone the military, the United States Army, for civilian law enforcement purposes, which is what this appears to be.
Well, the Trump administration has until midnight on Wednesday to respond to the Illinois lawsuit. A hearing is set for Thursday. Back to you.
All right, Vanya Castillo, thank you.